All right, we'll now do our big review of the week, and that will be Man Called Otto. Is the title A Man Called Otto? It's
A Man Called
Amen.
Otto.
Yeah. This film is a remake of a Swedish film, correct?
Based on a short story as well.
Yeah, but mostly on the film that it called A Man Called.
For our loyal viewers.
But yeah, it stars Tom Hanks and the other people.
Tommy Hanks.
Before going into this, I was like, damn, it just seems like Tom Hanks grumpy, and he'll probably be not grumpy by the end. So
He was grumpy,
it was,
kind of.
I don't know. Well, we'll go into stuff and spoilers, I assume.
Yeah, correct. So, second film adaptation of the 2012 novel. I'm not going to mispronounce Swedish here, I think. A Man Called Ove.
Yeah,
Ove?
yeah.
No. American remake of the Swedish film of the same name.
And apparently the original film is really, really good. It has a lot of good reviews. And then when I saw the reviews for this one, I was like, oh, that's a very steep decline. So, well, Americans do love their remake.
Yeah. Well,
They do.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, was it successful or not? Well, we'll see.
Let's
we'll
get
talk
into
in
it,
some
yeah.
first impressions. Dio, you can go ahead. I mean, Drake, Champagne Poppy over here,
It's right. It's Drizzy.
spit some bars about,
You know,
yeah.
but you have to rhyme.
I met Tom Hanks once in a weird party. He seems like a nice man. So I'm gonna review his movie.
I don't
Oh, yeah,
rhyme.
y'all are both Canadian, right?
I didn't know he was Canadian, but yes, that's an extra point for me. Yeah. Man Called Otto. It is I enjoyed it pleasantly. You know, it's not a good word to describe things. So the
Not
sentence
single syllable
structure
all the time.
in itself isn't good. But yeah, I liked the movie. I enjoyed my time watching it. For me, it had its comedic moments. It had its emotional moments. It had its well, emotional moments are just emotion. I guess it had emotions. And you know, I rarely feel emotions most of the time. So that's something. Yeah.
Interesting.
I like that.
Interesting.
Thank you
Okay.
for that.
Cool. Good enough.
Wholesome grumpy man.
Oh, did you like it? That's like the
I
main
liked
thing. You liked it?
Yeah, I liked it.
All right. I already knew going into this I'd be on the kind of the other end of the thing. I think it is pretty good.
Mhm.
But I don't think I liked it like anywhere near as much as you guys.
Mhm.
For me, I'm like, it fit. It was. I knew exactly what it was going to be, and it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Like it followed the exact arc that I knew the character was going to go just from like looking at the poster. Like it's not even that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I expected the arc. Like,
And the execution was, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of the writing is kind of terrible. There's I really like the start though. I thought the start was really fucking funny because it was like to make Otto seem like a grumpy guy because they're not like the best writers. They're just like, you know what? We're gonna make a checklist of every possible thing that could make a person grumpy in a day, and he's gonna do all of them. And I found that very funny, even though I don't. Some of it is meant to be funny, but not all of it is meant to be funny. But all of it was funny to me, like in a so bad it's good way, not in like an it's actually funny sort of way. It's kind of like the funny parts of this are kind of more so bad it's good, but then there's occasionally like cute stuff in here. I think. I did have a lot of the dialogue though. Just was so, including in emotional scenes, was so generic, and like if it's something that me as a person I don't write like emotional shit because like that's for someone who's actually good at writing, you know?
okay.
Yeah, so like, but if I could write the sort of hollow dialogue that they've got in here, that's what I know it's kind of not great. Like there was a lot of moments like that. I think what saves the movie and makes it sort of cute is like the story is genuinely cute in a way, but it's a story you have seen before. But the performances, that's kind of like my main big plus for the movie. I think everyone does a great job in this one. Yeah, that's like the best I could give it to it. Yeah. Because my main thing is like they're trying to be emotional, but like those to me never hits because the dialogue is just very generic. I thought their music choices were kind of bad. I didn't like any of the music in the movie.
I didn't like the music with someone singing on it. But like general background
I didn't like
music.
the background music at all. I thought it was awful. It just sounded like generic, trying to draw emotions from your music, and I wasn't vibing with it, mate. Like you're allowed to do that if your movie's kind of, if everything else is working together, and it's really like you need to have everything going off at the same time to create this emotional moment. And if only the music was kind of trying to get there, and music is kind of a cheap way to do it. You know what I mean? If it's like, yeah.
Well, if it's generic music, then it's not working. Right?
Yeah, it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. They approach sensitive topical matter very poorly in a way that like could be viewed as borderline offensive or insensitive, which is it's spoilers, but we can get more into it. Especially when the film comes with disclaimers, even though they seem to presenting these things kind of as a joke, but also serious. But it's mostly they're playing it serious, but it's also so bad that it's funny the way they're presenting these things. But we can get more into that.
Yes.
But above all, I'd like to say is at one point there is a man who has a heart attack, and we thought it was Jigsaw. And me and Sunday were getting really hyped in the audience. Also, just the film experience for this one was great because we went to a cinema because they do $9 tickets all the time.
Yeah.
So we're in a tiny cinema. It's pretty packed because it's a tiny cinema. There's like 16 people in total. Like that's how much it could fit. Yeah, but we were all laughing at the bad, right? Everyone was kind of like laughing at all of the stuff you're not meant to laugh at. So like,
damn.
I feel like that's a good general thing of audiences. There's also a lot of what Sunday says is like I can't remember her term, but essentially reinforcing like stereotypes that old people have for young people. There's a lot of those jokes. There's a lot of look how dumb and stupid these kids are because they have phones and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's how old people.
Yeah, but it's not good writing. That doesn't make it good writing. No, the movie will go out of its way to show you imagery of the old people being right.
Oh, right, in others.
In the way, like, it's a spoil. This is a minor spoiler. Let's say a tragedy occurs, then everyone will pull out their phones and start filming, that sort of thing. Which doesn't happen in real life. That's just bullshit. Like, I feel like we're all smarter. It's, yeah. But they don't play it as a joke. They play that like seriously. Whether you laughed or not at it is a different matter, because if you laughed at it, that means you are laughing at essentially bad writing. Because that's kind of what it is. Because the jokes in this movie are mainly just like Otto's interactions with other people. Those are the jokes. Everything else is not really played for love. Like the movie, I don't think is a satire at all.
Nah.
Like, you wouldn't say that, right?
No,
yeah,
at all.
I feel like you can, yeah. So, that's my impressions of the film.
Yes.
But let's go more into stuff. We'll talk about the acting, which I feel like we have a general consensus on.
Fair enough.
Quite strong.
Very strong.
Nothing
wrong with a little
job.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's his face actually on the Canadian flag. Correct? If I'm wrong, Drake.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that true? I thought it was supposed to our friend Drizzy Drake over here.
You know, I tried to contact Trudeau about that, but he refused to put my face on the flag
because he was too busy doing blackface.
Yeah,
on
he's too
the
busy
flag.
focusing on other faces.
Yeah.
Also, we gave COVID to Tom Hanks. Do you remember that?
Right?
What?
No, we did. Australia did.
Oh, was he here for a bit?
Huh.
Yeah, and he got COVID. And then we had to be like, oh, sorry.
Damn.
very
We tried
sad.
to
Damn.
take down your national icon.
Don't worry, I'll take his place.
I always just assumed Tom Hanks was American.
Canadian. That's why he's in Carly Rae Jepsen's I really like your music video.
Oh,
It's actually a great
Carly.
music video because he's lip syncing to the song,
Mm.
Let's pull it up.
and then she has a cameo at the end
Nice.
where she's lip syncing to his words.
Mm.
It's very cool.
Tom Hanks music video.
I thought the supporting cast is really good.
Yeah,
My actual favorite characters were probably the family.
Yeah.
the
Opposite.
neighbor.
Particularly great performance from the mom. The dad was pretty funny. Like the
Yeah.
The
dad.
daggy day.
Tommy.
Yeah. Then you get a. Oh yeah, I just remembered something really dumb, but I think it's kind of actually spoilers of where it goes, so I won't spoil
Yes.
that part. But do you remember the lady and her dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They disappear from the movie, but then turn up right at the very end in a very
Yeah.
funny way
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were the worst characters in the movie, probably. The real estate people are also pretty dumb.
Well,
No, I'm like bad.
writing-wise,
Sorry, like
yeah.
the bad people.
The-
Sorry,
the-
yeah.
The villains.
But the lady with the dog didn't need to be in the movie. I don't know why she was in the movie. And
Just to make
they
that
needed
one
a
joke in the
generic dog
beginning.
walker.
yeah, but then they just kind of they get really stupid with her character.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get more into it later, I guess.
The best actor for me was the cat.
The cat was pretty good.
Meow.
Rawr.
Yeah. Oh, but there's
Fair
also another thing. It's also, generally speaking, if you watch a lot of movies, it's pretty lazy writing when you put an animal in and show animal abuse, because obviously that's going to get an emotion.
Mm.
And
Well, the animal abused itself.
what? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
When various characters will try and harm the cat.
I'm okay.
We were literally just talking about one of the characters like 5 seconds ago.
The dog.
Okay, well, I feel like it's probably spoilers, but like you'll probably remember when I tell you.
Oh, when they chuck shit.
All right, well, we'll get to it.
Ape shit.
Yeah.
And monkeys throw shit. What the fuck is going on? Anyways.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So the acting good, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then the writing, I feel like we've gone over most of it without spoilers. What was it? What worked with the writing for you guys? Because
Okay, look.
I've already said my.
I'll be honest, this is probably me more thinking about my first impressions and my final verdict rather than giving an actual talk on the writing. If you like generic films, this film works.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Like it works on a like it's a cute one. The interesting thing about it is you wouldn't take your family to it because I think it's too inappropriate for
Yeah.
children.
No, children can learn shit.
No, it's actually like too. I'm pretty sure they swear and stuff in this one,
They
right?
said like fuck 2 times.
Yeah, so like little kids can't see this one.
But daddy
Which reminds
says
us,
fuck
this
all
show
the
is
time,
rated M.
little boy girls.
Unholy Trinity rated M or MA15 plus.
Well, we're
Watch with your parents.
17 plus, like video games or something.
Ah,
you know how they
okay.
do that?
Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
that'll be us. Yeah.
That's it. Anyways.
But yeah, it's an interesting thing because I feel like it's a family movie, but you can't take your younger kids to it
Nah.
because it's not
Why not?
appropriate.
Well,
Well, okay. I
you
feel like
can if you want.
my impression
No, but
was,
like generally, like if you're a parent, you probably shouldn't.
yeah. My impression watching it wasn't that it was so much a family film as just a based adult film.
It was based.
Based on what?
Trying to be.
Based on the book and the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, it was trying to be based, but
Yeah.
for the adults.
I guess, yeah.
I
But I
would
don't
take
know, I
my
thought-
kid to it.
It's just I don't know. As if you're like an adult, like older than us, and you've seen a lot of movies, like I guess if you're not like I don't know. Because it's kind of, I don't know, it's so generic that, I don't know, if you're an adult who see like a lot of movies, would you go out and see this one? I guess you, I feel like Tom Hanks is probably the main selling point for this one, right?
I feel like that's it.
Yeah, I don't
Kind of
know.
reminds me of those straight to DVD movies.
Yeah, it fits that vibe, I reckon. Except it had like a huge marketing push. Like,
True, yeah.
did you like on Spotify? I kept getting ads for this fucking movie.
I saw nothing.
Bro.
Oh, some posters.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw
for
nothing.
a movie I assume has a relatively low budget.
You think so?
In terms of writing, though, I liked how the unfunny bits are funny, intentional or unintentional, which may be a bad writing bit, but I feel it works. Not as a bad bit, but as like a bit of a satirical thing, even though it's not supposed to be satirical.
We'll get
You know?
more into spoilers.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Because I was like, yo, that's funny, but I know the connotations are this is bad.
Yeah.
As in, like, this is a bad thing to happen, but that's funny.
For me, it's like,
As I'm aware, this is not the real world, or this movie is not portraying 100% reality, you know?
I feel like it is trying to be there because this is more not really a society movie. It's more like a personal character thing.
Yeah. But even Otto as a character, he's not realistic. He's an exaggeration of a bitter old man. That, you know. So I assume
think
everyone
so.
else is an exaggeration of their character base.
I think that's more just dodgy writing because, like, I don't think that they ever cut what the characters cut. Maybe Otto a bit exaggerated. Well, they definitely really ham it up at the start of the movie. And, well, Otto does, like, a lot of things that are just shitty, like, for no reason. Like,
Bitter old man.
well, yeah. But then there are characters like the family that are opposite. I don't think any of them are, like, sure, they have goofy quirks and stuff, but I don't see them as any portrayal of a societal thing, really. The only social commentary that I get in this movie is stuff to do with, like, gentrifying neighborhoods sort of thing.
Yeah.
But, like, that's still... They don't really do it in a way that, like, I feel like it's still more of a personal thing because, like, the real conflict isn't, like, between Otto and the real estate people. It's more like because Otto and someone else in the film has an issue, Otto is trying to help them out to do this thing.
But all the characters are almost like cartoon characters, I feel.
I feel like that's just bad writing. Like, I don't think that's intentional.
Like, I mean, the side characters around the neighborhood, they're pretty simple, right? So it's like cartoon side characters to me. And Odo is that bitter old man. The neighbors, they're like the nice family, like, I guess not as nice as like the Flanders in The Simpsons or something. But they're supposed to be the nice ones. And even like Odo's old neighbor, his best friend, who's now in a wheelchair guy, he's also biggie with an exaggeration like Otto. The real estate agents, they're an exaggeration of real estate agents and how evil they are. And, you know, also the young people pulling out their phones things.
Yeah, for me, that just makes it worse for me because I'm like, that doesn't work with the tone of the film because they're trying to make it more of an intimate story.
It's about about the intent. Then at that point, they can be interpreted as exaggerations, but whether that's how the writers want them to be interpreted as.
From my perspective, like, this is just my opinion. I don't think that was their intention. Obviously, I can't know for sure, but like for me, the way the film is constructed in general, it doesn't seem like one that's trying to satirize a neighborhood. It's more just like a personal story, and they're trying to make it really emotional and stuff. So it's like, I feel like you wouldn't spend so much time with Otto and a lot of flashbacks and stuff like that if you weren't trying to flesh out characters. And they probably, like, the book could, I assume, flesh out more of the side characters because books can do that, but movies can't much. So,
Hey, we would have to check the book on how cartoony they may or not may be.
Maybe I won't
Yeah.
even like the book, dude. Like, who knows? All right, we'll get into the cinematography, which I think was okay.
Cinematography. I like the flashbacks. They look nice.
I think I
But more
thought the movie
visually.
looked pretty good. What I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Budget was 50 million, by the way. Apparently.
Oh, I forgot we watched the Babadook. What? We'll get back to that after.
That's next.
Hello.
Oh,
Unrelated. Sorry, that was a
Babadook.
little. We'll get back to that after this.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
get back.
I mean, 50 million is pretty low budget, I guess. It's not that low.
No.
It's
Tom Hanks money.
it's damn. Budget went into like cars.
Yeah, they had a Chevy truck
Yeah, I don't know.
sponsored by Chevrolet.
Yeah. Editing visuals.
Colors are nice.
Yeah.
Those
Mhm.
are all right, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, in the
Yeah.
flashbacks, because it's supposed to be like rose
Brighter,
tinted
yeah.
glasses, you know. Yeah, they look nice. Your Midwestern neighborhood, but the neighborhood itself is kind of, I don't know, blandy, but it isn't.
Well, speaking of blood, I would just we'll get into more of the spoilers. I just wanted to talk about a writing thing. I found Otto, like, when they show him in flashbacks, he is so fucking boring. Like,
Yeah.
he's not even generic. He has no personality. I was so confused by, like, and they
I agree.
they kind of they flash back through pivotal moments in the relationship between him and his wife.
Mhm.
And because you don't really get like a clear, how does he get from A to B, because it's just flashbacks of chunks. I straight up was like, how did he get with him? And there's a scene in a restaurant that I full on died at. It was so fucking
All right,
funny.
that's fine.
It was definitely not meant to be funny
Probably
because
not.
he's talking about his troubles. I was fucking giggling the entire fucking time. We'll get more to it, but it's a ridiculous scene. But yeah, Otto is so fucking boring. And I don't know if it was a casting it was maybe a bit of both. I don't really know, maybe some writing. But like, Tom Hanks as a grumpy old man, so much more interesting.
Well, because like his life story that's being shown to us, it doesn't really tell anything.
I also did not get the impression that he would like, because Tom Hanks is a grumpy old man, he still goes around like kind of keeping things in order and stuff, helping people.
He has a what do you call it?
No, I got no impression of that from the flashbacks at all. All I
Yeah.
got was he helped out one person because he thought she was hot.
He was simping, so we don't get to see that
He
side.
likes
It's just
cars.
simping.
He has a dad. Something else to spoil it. But yeah, fucking the flashback scenes in this were terrible. Like, none of them worked for me. Which maybe is a reason why, like, I'm not super emotional about the wife stuff, because I felt none of the chemistry or anything between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a little thing. But sorry, I got a bit sidetracked there. We'll talk about the audio and music and stuff.
And the mood.
I already said what I thought of the music. What do you guys think of the music?
That was possible. Like, I don't mind it. I don't hate it. Like that. Except for the ones with singing. I'm like, yo, this is extra generic modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like any
See,
of
the
those.
more I think about this film retrospectively, the more I think about I was probably not actively noticing the funny out of place things.
Like, it's totally fine. I'm literally trying to
I
play the
know.
other side because I know
But
you guys are
I
more
do
positive on this one.
realize that I noticed them with the phone, young people, and then whenever the music came on for like whimsical comedy film music, with like the pizzicato strings and all that, I was like, this just kind of came out of nowhere, and it's this as much as anything was a clear signpost saying, here's a funny scene, get ready to laugh.
Yeah.
Hold that thought.
Yo, what a catch! Just like
Arigato.
Sunny, am I
I
right?
just hit my.
Right.
I just hit my mic with
That's
my ass.
Yeah.
Right. From the bottom, now we're here.
All right, and we
From the bottom. Now my whole team.
Hold on.
oh,
Thank you for laughing at my.
all right, we'll take a brief pause for laughter to be collected. All right, we'll move on to spoilers then.
All right. Atari?
Hello.
Spoiler zone.
Spoilers then. All right, so where do we even start? Well, I wanted to talk about animal abuse, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Firstly, you know the cat CG?
Like
I
all of
think
it?
I
or-
realized
some of
at
it?
some
Because people
point.
get laughing because it was CG in the
I
audience.
see bits of like CG scenes.
Yeah.
Like, some scenes that
Because
look like cat.
people physically fucking harmed the cat, so they could not use a real cat.
That's
Tom
sad.
Hanks' character. Here's my one thing with Tom Hanks' character. He's not a good person. Like, he's borderline. You know, he tries to
He's
solve
a
all
real
this conflict with
American.
violence. Does anyone notice that? He tries to kick the cat. He will constantly beat up people.
He's shooing away the cat with a BB.
He tries to beat up people constantly.
Like once.
He beat up the clown. He beat up.
Oh, he just grabbed the clown, give him my coin back.
He went to attack a driver.
I would do that.
It was like to the
Ayo.
point where like he's not just like a grumpy old man. He's got some like issues of like kind of wanting to violence people a little bit.
But they're kind of justified.
No, they play it as a joke, and then like the characters around him will look over it and pretend like nothing happened. But he full on fucking assaults the clown, dude. Instead of he could have just gone like, "Oh, this is my wife's coin," right? But obviously they heighten it for drama.
Yes,
But,
but
like,
the clown was annoying, and he.
The clown was annoying,
uh,
and it was kind of funny. But like,
yeah.
it is like brushed over so quickly. But yeah, he also tries to like kick the cat and stuff, and like
No, that's
for me,
shooing away the cat.
to me, Matt was pretty fucking aggressive.
No, he's just stepping on the ground, bro. It's not kicking at the cat.
He's kicking at the cat, dude.
If you're kicking at the cat will actually get kicked and run away.
Cat did leave.
Yeah, but he didn't kick the cat.
No, he's kicking at the cat.
Hitting the ground, so the cat will leave. So that's
Just
not
a-
attacking the cat.
That is. Well, it's aggressive towards the cat.
That's not abuse.
Well, that's close.
Maybe throwing rocks at it is abuse.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. The lady fucking throws rocks at it and then disappears from the movie.
Yes.
And then, do you know where she ends up?
Funeral.
Fucking funeral for no
Or she in the
reason.
funeral.
Why would she be at the fucking
Ah.
funeral? To me, that was probably they made something and then they cut it from the movie.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really like Otto as a person. And like, they try and like soften him out, I guess. But
Mm.
like, to me, kind of a dick. His past self, not even generic, doesn't have a personality at all. Don't like the
Mm.
guy. Don't understand why the wife is with him. Literally no clue.
Because he was a nice guy.
And yeah, literally the funniest scene in the restaurant where he was talking about like how he can't afford to pay the meal
Yeah.
and stuff, and then somehow she like, just like
Oh my god,
wants
that's
to
so
make
hot.
out with him. Yeah, it was
Yo,
very
that's what cut.
it was very dumb.
Maybe
And
it's
then everyone
'cause-
starts applauding as well.
Yeah,
maybe it's because, oh, thank you for being honest and wanting to.
yeah. Don't really like any of the flashback stuff. Don't like Otto as a character. I guess you wanted to address the suicide in the room, right? Every time, it seems like a bit. It seems like a running bit that he will
That's
try
what
and
I
kill
thought was
himself,
funny.
and then something's gonna go wrong and prevent him from doing so.
Yeah, it is.
I like the first time, especially. That was very funny. The
Mm.
next two times, it wasn't funny. It was just like
It
because
is-
it wasn't a
yeah.
joke. It was just literally other things happened.
He himself laughs it off as a joke. Otto.
Yeah, because I don't know what he's kind of. I don't know what he's thinking. Doesn't care.
Well, he's suicidal, but he still has raging.
Yeah, because he hates everything, so he's gonna go and hate things.
Well, he hates
But,
people for preventing him from killing him.
Yeah. But they'll make it super dramatic. They'll give you these flashbacks as his life is like, your life flashes before you when you die, apparently.
Yeah, but that's like kind of like expected because he died. He didn't.
Yeah, so they play it like super serious and then kind of as a joke.
Yes, I like that.
But yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't like that because it's like, what are you saying? And especially if you, at the end, you have a disclaimer for people who need to seek help for this sort of thing. If it's a joke, why even put that in there,
Yep. Or the
No, yeah. If it's a joke, why would
Because
you
anything that has suicidal things, you need to put a disclaimer on.
No, you don't.
Oh, you don't have to.
If it's like a serious thing, then yeah.
Guess it's
I actually don't know. You don't actually have to at all. It's just a thing that they will choose to do.
nice of them to do, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, it's never. I don't know. I didn't find that they ever like seriously addressed it, except for maybe the scene where he comes over to the house and then she's like, "Oh, I don't know. I thought you." Well, she doesn't like explicitly think he tried to kill himself, but then he goes, "Yeah, I tried to kill myself. I'm gonna take your phone," and it's just brushed over so quickly. I don't know.
So she was like, I was worried.
Yeah.
Though.
But it also, like, it's not a very emotional scene because it just kind of brushes over it and goes and does his thing. And he goes, "Oh, this is happening. I need to get you an easy phone right now." Blah, blah, blah. My also favorite scene in the movie was, so he goes into hospital because he has a heart condition. Great scene. They talk about how he has a big heart. She laughs for a solid, I think, 40 seconds. It was funny for about 10 of those seconds. And then I was like, oh, can they continue the dialogue so I can know more about what's going to happen? Because it seems like a pivotal conversation they need to have to address it, because they hint towards stuff leading up to that point. They don't address it again, and then he dies. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's
Because we didn't even get the end of the discussion that they were going to have. Do you know why? Because she suddenly goes into labor in the middle of the fucking night. It's the movie is insane with its pacing. It's like they go to hospital. You're like, oh, that's a really intense thing. So she's fucking going into labor immediately, and we were laughing at that as well because
That's one
breakneck
of the supposed to be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, yeah. And then you flash forward into the future to when she's had a baby, and or it's in the future, like maybe like a week or so.
That part felt like an ad to me. That part felt like an ad company making an ad for something, and then
what's it
suddenly, and then it rushes through. Oh, now you have a baby. New
just
get all wet baby wipes.
It just felt like it was a big rush towards the end. I still don't know enough about the medical condition until he explains it in the letter after he already died. What happened to the conversation that they were meant to have in the hospital? Because she was busy laughing for 40 seconds to a joke that was funny initially, but not 40 seconds of laughter funny.
It's just funny to her.
It's just canned laughter from a sitcom. It's like, she's laughing, so you need to be laughing here too, you know?
Well, see, I think it was like, to me, that scene was, okay, it's funny for 10 seconds, then it's uncomfortable for another few seconds, and then you realize something's wrong. And then she's going into labor. But it didn't work like that. It didn't work like that. It didn't work like that when you watched it, no. But I feel like that's the sort of, that's how the writers thought it would have a pan out.
Funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the train scene where he tries to kill himself on the train. That scene was just nonsensical. It was super funny because he's about to kill himself. Then a man has a heart back and falls on the thing.
Yeah,
a lot of coincidences in this movie. Like other people just
This was very cartoony.
And we thought it was Jigsaw, but it wasn't Jigsaw.
I guess he kind of looked like Jigsaw.
Kind of looks like Jigsaw.
He's wearing like a dark.
Yeah. And then everyone pulls out their phones. Haha. The youth, am I right?
Oh,
yeah.
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 They,
Um. Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
die.
It was really fucking dumb.
Generic
Nobody
silence.
comes to help the thing, and then he actually legitimately tries to kill himself.
Yeah.
I guess by standing on the tracks. Also, nobody tries to do anything until the very last second.
No one noticed until
Grab
very
my
last.
hand.
But everyone was going, "Hey,
Grab
what are you
my
doing, man?"
He's
Everyone in the background was saying,
standing.
"What are you
Also,
doing on the
I
tracks,
guess
bro?"
they assume he can still. Well, he's still standing. But I guess no.
Yeah, that scene just didn't work. Let's talk about some side characters, I guess.
Side.
We're gonna say let's talk about
Pero-
society.
The side.
Yeah, let's talk
There
about
was that guy running around. Oh,
Jogging
do you know that
man.
fucking the girl with the dog? She has a
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I
Boyfriend's
don't. I think
not
he's
there.
in one scene in the movie stretching at the start. I don't remember seeing him again.
Sounds about right.
They set him up like he's going to be a side character because he's part of his route. I don't. Yeah,
Probably
I
another
bet he was
cut
at the
thing.
funeral though, right?
I didn't pay attention.
Probably
I don't know
was.
if I'm misremembering. The workout guy was not the dog lady's boyfriend, right?
Not. There were two work. There was one stretching. And there was one like jogging around.
And they're definitely one the same
They're
person.
not the same.
Okay. Because that just confused me.
Because the jogger guy is like the nice one,
Mhm.
and the stretching guy is we don't know if he's a nice guy or
Yeah.
not. Because yeah.
Yeah,
See, I
we
thought
didn't see him again.
I thought the guy stretching was the nice guy who took care of the cat.
No, that was the
Oh,
dude.
what?
The
across-
jogging dude jogged
They're not the same
throughout the
person.
movie, man.
Fuck,
Yeah, the jogging dude was the one who took, and he had the big cat allergy on his neck.
man. That was the jogging dude. I
Yeah.
thought that was the stretching dude.
No,
Fuck
stretching
me.
dude. I don't think is in the movie except for that one scene, right?
Yeah, but I thought they were the same person.
No, they're not.
I mean, the whole movie, the jogging dude jogs every
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, joggers jog.
And there was no more stretch.
Fuck me.
Dude, he was.
Also, I like how when the new family, I don't know, the new family take way too kindly to Otto initially in a way that's not very realistic. Like, say hypothetically, you move into a
Mhm.
new neighborhood.
Yes.
Man starts like verbally abusing you, then climbs into your car and drives off with your children.
I parking the car. He doesn't drive off.
He drives off briefly, then reverses.
Yes.
But like, would you let a stranger who's screaming at, who just like verbally abuses you into your car with your children?
It was better than the husband.
Nah, the husband was better.
He can't park.
He can't park, but
So let's park the car.
he's a better character though. He's a nicer
Yeah.
dude.
But it's in like for that situation and the problem with the situation, the problem in that situation. If Otto can fix it, I'll let him fix it.
Even if he's like screams at you.
He's trying to fix. He wants me to fix the problem, but he said he'll fix.
Ah, bro, I wouldn't do that. I would not trust a stranger. Especially one that seems like a fuck dude. Like, yeah. I don't know. I think you're way
Fix the
too trusting to
problem. I
society,
guess
bro.
they are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. And then it was all very like, obviously this is where they want the story to go, and it's just seemed a bit forced. I don't know. But hey. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go rewatch the film just to clear this up. Also, I just realized, I don't know if you guys knew this either, but the guy who played young Otto is Tom Hanks' son.
Damn.
That's why he kind of
I did not think he looked like Tom Hanks,
Like
but
his
I
Me
face
guess
neither.
I thought his face shape was very different, but yeah.
I see.
But yeah. I don't know. I found a young Otto very boring.
As a character, yes.
Yeah. Do you guys have spoiler stuff you want to talk about? Like,
Oh,
what did you actually like about the movie?
I like that it's funny.
I don't know, I just kind of...
And like the
Enjoyed
emotional
it.
moments do be emotional if you separate.
Which parts
like,
were actually emotional though? I don't know which parts are meant to be emotional. What's not?
Like I like the whole banter Odo has with the mum lady, and their what do you call it, conflict. But it didn't resolve very well. But it was sad. Oh, the bit where I said the cat abused itself. It was in the cold and it almost froze to death.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So the cat abused itself.
But also just people.
I mean, if the cat was smart, he would figure out a hidey hole by now. Like any other cat
Stupid
in
cat.
the winter. But no, he decided to just fucking sleep behind a bush.
Yeah, well, I mean, it probably would have been someone's cat initially, right? Because cats are domestic animals.
They can live in the wild.
Strays are. I don't know.
they
would-
How do cats become strays?
They would, yeah, they
Did
would be
the-
kicked out by their
Picked
owner.
out or they're bred outside.
Yeah, or bred outside.
And
Yeah.
if they're smart, they know how to hunt for rats out in the gutters, like real cats.
And
So
you
it was a
think,
cat's fault all along.
yeah.
bad writing for the cat.
Yeah, bad cat riding. Not
Yeah.
realistic.
They should have hired a cat on the writing team.
Yeah, for
Why ride a cat like Garfield who lives at home and eats lasagna?
Garfield should instead be a movie writer. Because you know how. Oh wait, he doesn't know how it is to be a cat
He's
stray.
a domesticated cat.
He's the full definition of domestic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of enjoyed the film overall, and I didn't really have anything bad to say about it except this thing's kind of funny because it's kind of out of place.
yeah.
I guess my whole vision of the movie is like I took it like as a more cartoony thing, So I didn't see the weird inconsistencies as bad movie writing. It was more like cartoon writing,
Mm.
Sure.
This
Yeah.
film depends on perspective.
Yeah. Fair.
Cool.
Yeah, good stuff.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
We'll
I
give
like
our
the cat the
five.
most.
Okay.
Final verdict?
Alrighty. Older Man Otto movie. I liked it. It had phony. It had sad. It had older man yelling at cloud. If you like funny, if you like Tom Hanks, maybe you could watch this film. Not the best, but it had a good stuff in it. I give it 6 out of 10.
Wow, Italian.
Yes, I'm a vague European accent.
When-
Right, Drake.
When the cat poop, give the
Yes.
cat privacy. 7 out of 10. I don't know. I like
Okay.
it.
All right. I'm probably like a 5 on this one. It's the average.
Average.
Yeah.
Average.
I won't give it a blow, but yeah, I don't think I'll give it a positive one actually. Probably really thinking about this one. It's probably, I think it's actually worse than I initially said in my first impressions, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Unholy Trinity score of 6.
6 out of 10. Which
6,
is a
maybe?
positive score in our rankings. To
Yes.
yeah.
Better than
Do watch the film to make your own opinion about it, or in Jack's case, maybe you could skip this one.
I feel like you could just wait. This is a streaming movie you put on in the background, in my opinion.
Yeah.
maybe if you really like Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I show this film to
Or you
my
can
mom just 'cause
rewatch
Tom
Toy
Hanks.
Story.
You got a friend in me.
And this is a special Unholy Trinity YouTube highlight from our Spotify and Apple podcast. Check it.
Mozzarella.
Cheese.